damage is done from the battle over the debt ceiling? That was the head of the Sovereign Rating Committee at Standard & Poor's, the agency that has now stripped away the AAA credit rating for the U.S. For the first time in history, the U.S. has been downgraded to AA+. The U.S. political climate is definitely one of the main factors in this, but there were 5 factors in all that S&P considered. It looked at the overall state of the U.S. economy, which is not in good shape right now. Taxes were a factor. The debt ceiling deficit reduction plan called for no new taxes at all. And then there's the external situation, the global economy. Also very bumpy. The final factor was monetary policy, meaning Federal Reserve decisions on interest rates.
No more debt. And I think Standard & Poor's made a great point to the United States government and their politicians when they said to you, hey, you guys are not getting your act together.
All right, as you just heard, not everyone's dissing the downgrade of the U.S. credit rating. So are there any positives to this negative turn for American history? Any positives here? And how will a AA+ rating affect your family's bottom line? Well, we're going to get some answers now from Chris Markowski of Watchdog on WallStreet.com. He's also a former investment banker. Chris, good evening to you. Do you agree with our reporter there?
Oh, I love it. I love it. I think that this is a great, great thing. I think it finally makes us face our medicine. I know there's no Mary Poppins, no spoonful of sugar to make the medicine go down, but we're going to have to deal with the fact that we've got to get our fiscal house in order.
All right. How will the average family be impacted on this? Will this affect our daily lives in any way?
Well, you know, it depends. If you've got a lot of credit card debt, you may start to see your credit card rates start to bump up a little bit. That's if interest rates are affected. But everyone needs to understand something. We don't know what's going to happen on Monday. Still, a lot of money has been flowing into the United States, and everyone knows that we've got a dire fiscal situation. Everybody knows that we're $14 trillion plus in debt. We haven't passed a budget in over 800 days at this point in time. So it may not affect it at all as far as interest rates. I think this is one of the worst kept secrets going. I think a lot of this stuff is priced in, and I think the average family is not going to be affected much at all.
Okay, so what if you're thinking of refinancing your home or buying a home? Should you hurry up and do it, or do we not know?
Well, yeah, I missed it wrong. I thought I was getting a good deal a couple of years ago when I refinanced at 4.8%, but I could have done better than that. This past week, we actually saw the lowest 15-year rate in history. Yeah, you always want to get your interest rates as low as possible, especially on your mortgage rates, and you also want to get all that credit card debt paid off. But, you know, for the average family out there, Monday morning, you're not going to see any type of a change. Okay.
What should investors do or not do on Monday morning? Just wait and watch. As you said, you're not going to see that much of a change. Just hold on and be patient?
Well, investors, I've seen more people lose money by reacting to situations rather than sitting back and taking a deep breath and taking everything all in than people who've made bad decisions in regards to asset allocation or, you know, even stock picking. So you don't want to jump and say, oh, okay, I heard some guy on the business program said I should do this, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. If you've got your financial plan done the right way and you've got a goal-centric portfolio, none of this is going to matter. Unless you think that, you know, Mad Max is going to be coming down the pike soon and we're going to all be living in, you know, tuna fish cans and some sort of, you know, storing gold bars in our backyard, you're going to be fine. Make sure you get your financial plan done the right way and sit this one out.
Chris, I've got to ask you this because, you know, everyone says invest, you got to go into the market long term. Okay, so the market is tanking right now. Is that actually good advice? Is there somewhere else that people should be putting their money into? Should they be maybe putting it into real estate? You mentioned gold. Is there something else besides the market? Because a lot of people don't have faith in the markets right now, and it's understandable.
Well, and that is understandable, but if you take a look at the markets over the long term, and when I say markets, I also include commodities like gold and, you know, food, and there's various different other things. Your portfolio's got to be built around you. You shouldn't have everything in one stock or one sector or all stocks. Real estate should play a part too if you're obviously getting positive cash flow from something
like that.
What
about good old-fashioned savings accounts? So what about a good old-fashioned savings account?
You're losing money. If you put money in a good old-fashioned savings account, what are they paying you? Nothing. And inflation rate is higher than that. So if you're sticking your money in a savings account, you're actually losing money, not gaining money.
That's better than seeing it negative, though, when you get your
That's true, too.
Your portfolio back. You go, wait a minute, I put in $10 and now I have $5? What the heck happened? All right.
But you've got companies out there, Exxon, all these other companies that have got AAA rated credit at this point in time that are paying nice yields and good dividends.
Okay.
And honestly, does anyone think these companies are going anywhere?
Gotcha, Chris Markowski. That's it. That's a final word. Thank you, sir. Have a great evening.
Got it.
We're going to tell you about this week's CNN hero. Survived stage 3 breast cancer. Plenty of people helped her, so now she's paying it